Hello everyone and welcome to my video. Today we will be talking about evolution. Now, the first thing that might come to your mind is, what is evolution? Evolution is a gradual process in which something changes into different and usually more complex or better forms. These characteristics are expressions of genes which are passed on from parent to offspring during reproduction. Variation tends to exist within any given population as a result of genetic mutation and recombination. Evolution occurs when evolutionary processes such as natural selection and genetic drift act on this variation, resulting in certain characteristics becoming more common or more rare within a population. Now let's take a look at some of the evidences of evolution. The first evidence of evolution that we have here is fossil layers. Fossil layers are fossils that are formed in sedimentary rock. Sedimentary rock is a rock that is formed in layers by decomposing and pressing of sediments on top of each other. The next evidence of evolution that we have here is similarities among living organisms. Organisms are similar to each other, but not exactly the same. Similar organisms have differences that help them adapt to their environments. Many organisms have similar body plans. Horses, donkeys, and zebras' bodies are pretty much set up in the same way because they are descended from a common ancestor. The last evidence of evolution that we have stated here is the similarities of embryos. The study of embryos is called embryology. An embryo is an unborn or unhatched animal or human in its earliest phases. Embryos of many different kinds of animals, such as mammals, birds, reptiles, fish, etc., look very similar, and it is often difficult to tell them apart. Many traits of one type of animal appear in the embryo of another type of animal. Now let's take a look at the theories of evolution. The first theory of evolution that we have is the Darwin theory of evolution. The Darwin theory of evolution, or more commonly known as the theory of natural selection, was the theory proposed by Charles Darwin in the book he wrote called On the Origin of Species. The second theory of evolution that we have here is the mutation theory of evolution. The mutation theory of evolution is basically a contradiction to the theory made by Darwin. According to this theory, organisms tend to evolve due to the presence of unexpected occurrences in their traits. The last theory of evolution that we have here is the modern synthetic theory of evolution. The theory of modern synthesis, or the modern synthetic theory of evolution, merges the different concepts between Mendelian genetics with the Darwinian principles of evolution. The theory provides an explanation for the theory of evolution that happens in the terms of several genetic changes that occur in a population, which further leads to the creation of a new and evolved species. Now let's take a deeper look at the Darwin theory of evolution, also known as natural selection, as stated earlier in the video. Sometimes the theory of natural selection is also known as the survival of the fittest. According to the theory, some organisms contain traits and characteristics that are more suitable to the surrounding environment. Charles Darwin stated that these organisms were the ones to live longer and hence were able to reproduce to pass these desirable traits to their offspring. The organisms who didn't possess these favorable traits would perish in the environment, and hence their traits will not be passed down to the generation after the organism. With the passing of time, the traits which were the fittest were the ones passed down as the organisms with those traits survived. Eventually, after some time had passed, the smaller adaptations would lead to the formation of newer species. One of the most important points to keep in mind about the theory of evolution by natural selection is that individuals don't necessarily evolve, they just adapt to the surrounding environments that they have. These adaptations then combine to form a whole new species that has evolved from the one that pre-existed. So that was it for today. I hope you liked this video and thank you for watching.